So, Susannah here, Good Property Company. Just doing a video for you guys on how to start out in property, because I remember being on the other side, and it's daunting being on the other side. It's kind of like, well, I don't know anybody who's really doing this, and this seems huge, risky, scary, and maybe not something that I could do. Yes, it is. If I can do it, you can do it. So you probably know a little bit about my story. I'm the head of household. My guys are now grown up, and they're now one of them is taller than me. But I started when they were little tiddlers. So responsibility 1 and responsibility 2. I had no plan B because it was just one parent bringing in the income to look after them. And so I had a very strong gut feel for security. And I think that drive is really important. So the first thing I want you guys to do is write down your goals. Now, even if you feel like they're crazy goals, that they're never going to happen, write them down. My first business plan was, I want to buy 20 houses at 100 grand each. Obviously, I was going to buy them discounted. And when I wrote that down, I still remember it now. I remember feeling that is 100% unattainable goal. That's nuts. I must be deluded to think that was going to happen. Guys, I did that in just over 18 months. I bought a 1.8 million portfolio in 18 months when I was still working full time, then jumped up my day job. And in the end, we sourced, bought, sold, let out, all the rest of it, over 200 properties worth 45 million quid at purchase price of 30 million quid. And that was, they're worth that after refurb. And I bought the great majority of them. So look, my 2 million portfolio with 20 houses, totally unattainable, we went past that so fast because we had a cookie cutter model. So write down your goals. And I would suggest you want those goals to be, what income do I want to come in? What asset value do I want to own in total? I don't bother writing down how many houses anymore, but I did in the early days because that seemed to count. But honestly, from this side of the fence, it doesn't really count. It's about how much the asset's worth and how much of the asset is yours. So what loan to value do you want? Meaning, how much of the asset do you want to make yours and how much of the asset is basically belongs to the bank? Okay, so write down your goals first. And then you're going to go, sugar. There's some reason why I can't do this. And those reasons, and I want you to identify them, are time, money, and skills. So you are going to think that the big thing that you can't deliver on is the money. Yes, you can. I raised 600 grand in 14 weeks, still working a full-time job and being a mum to 2 kids, and being a really committed mum, So if I can do it, you can do it. There's maths in raising private finance as a professional profession. I know that sounds daft. There are institutes of fundraisers. There are legal documentation. People raise private finance all the time. So get the skill of raising private finance, because the money is not your gap, even though emotionally it feels like it is, because you probably don't have all the money you need right now in your bank account. Hey, welcome to being a property developer. Most of our careers don't have the money we feel we need to take the next step because we're property developers and property sucks up money big time. So figure out the time, money, skills that are your gaps, and you'll soon learn that time is the big game changer. Skills, I can definitely help you with that. We've got loads of this free stuff, so subscribe to the videos at the moment. Go onto our website, thegoodpropertycompany.co.uk. Come to some of our workshops, think about my mentoring. You guys choose. I love doing this stuff. Other skills, read loads of books, listen to loads of podcasts, educate yourself. I educated myself for a whole year before I really got going. I didn't buy a house for that. And then time is the game changer. So what can you do that you're doing repeatedly that you can outsource to somebody else, employ somebody else, and are you able, and as soon as you're able, honestly guys, do it, jump out your day job. Just live on beans on toast. Or go down 4 days a week, then 3 days a week. So, I'd write your business plan. What income do you want coming in? What asset value do you want? If you have to, say how many houses you want, but later on it honestly won't matter. How much of that asset value do you want to own? Then figure out what's missing in your business plan. So how are you going to get there? You're going to buy to sell? Are you going to source deals? Are you going to do HMOs? You're going to do houses to flats? Are you going to do single lets? You're going to do service accommodation? You're going to do holiday lets? Are you going to do commercial to resi? What's your strategy? And then where are the gaps? Time, money, skills. What are you actually missing to make that strategy work? And then just fill the gaps in. Now, I know I'm making it sound super easy. And no, it's not super easy, as in it's pretty scary at times. It's pretty stressful. You don't know all the answers. Definitely things go wrong in property all the time with kind of comic certainty. But it's not a difficult business. As in, you buy a discounted property, so you buy the property with the profit locked in, you find the money to buy the property, whether it's through commercial funding, whether it's through buy-to-let mortgages, or whether it's through private finance. You renovate the property, you either sell the property or rent it out to him. And there's a couple of rules I want you to, I don't mean obey, but I suppose I mean obey. I want you to do 20% markup if you're doing buy-to-sell out of all costs. And I want you to do a 10% yield. Yield is annual rent divided by purchase price if you're doing rent. And if you bought it discounted and you're either doing 20% markup or a 10% yield and you're going to refinance, you can't go far wrong, guys. Live on very little. Don't get excited about all this money swirling around. Just mentally think it's not yours and feed it back into the business. Reinvest, 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 and suddenly, boom, you pop out the other side and you look back and you go, blimey, I'm so grateful I did that. It was pretty full on at the time, but I'm very grateful. And that's kind of my position now. So good luck, and I hope that's a simple and not simplified, but easy to understand method of starting in property. Subscribe to the channel. We've got tons more vids for you, and see you soon. Bye.